Single supplier arrangements are often justified as strategic partnerships. They promise stability, simplified operations, and predictable pricing. In reality, they introduce one of the most dangerous procurement risks on a CFO's balance sheet. Because when a single supplier fails, delays, or renegotiates, the organization has no leverage and no alternatives. This is not a sourcing issue, it is a financial exposure. Single supplier dependency occurs when a critical category, service, or system relies on one vendor without viable substitutes. This includes enterprise software providers, sole source logistics partners, framework contracts repeatedly awarded to the same supplier, and long-term vendors embedded into core operations. On paper, this looks efficient. In audits, it is flagged as concentration risk. Auditors do not ask why a supplier was selected. They ask why alternatives were not maintained. If the organization cannot demonstrate ongoing market testing, active contingency planning, and documented exit strategies, the dependency is classified as unmanaged risk. At that point, procurement has shifted from value creation to risk amplification. Single supplier dependency rarely increases costs immediately. Instead, it transfers pricing power. Over time, discounts disappear, service levels decline, change requests become billable events, contract variations normalize cost increases. Because switching is operationally painful, procurement absorbs the increases, and finance inherits the outcome. This is how dependency quietly erodes margins. When a single supplier fails operationally, the financial impact compounds quickly. Delayed deliveries disrupt revenue. System outages stall operations. Regulatory non-compliance exposes penalties, and because alternatives were never developed, recovery costs escalate. At this stage, the CFO is no longer managing procurement risk. They are managing business continuity risk. In public and donor-funded procurement, single supplier dependency raises additional red flags. Auditors scrutinize repeated awards to the same vendor, unjustified direct procurement, framework call-offs without competition, and extensions that bypass market testing. Even when no fraud exists, the absence of competition undermines value for money principles. Compliance failure here is procedural, not criminal. But the financial consequences remain real. Single supplier dependency persists because it feels operationally safe. The supplier is familiar, the systems are integrated, the contracts are already signed. But comfort is not control. From a CFO perspective, dependency without leverage is exposure, not strategy. Single supplier relationships are not inherently wrong, but they require active benchmarking, defined exit strategies, parallel supplier development, and periodic competitive testing. Without these controls, procurement becomes a single point of failure. And when procurement fails, the balance sheet absorbs the impact. Procurement does not become a profit center through negotiation alone. It becomes a profit center through risk discipline. This is the spend algorithm.